Hello out there. It's been a while since I made a video, but I feel like I need to bring it on back in with some more of this truth that's bubbling over on the inside of me that I just cannot keep to myself. Y'all, okay, I'm gonna be honest. I'm really not the smartest person in the world. Math has never been my forte. It's never been my thing. Ever. Never been my thing. Adding and subtraction, I do. That's fine. I can estimate very well. But as far as like all those equations and all that stuff, I'm not good with all that. But like I said before, common knowledge math, I know it. I got it down packed. Now, I'm gonna try my best to tread lightly on this video. I really do not want it to be looked over for certain things that I said. So I'm gonna try my best to keep my wording correct. But I am going to say, excuse me if I'm looking off camera because I'm looking at the news and goodness, every time I turn around it's something. But anyway, which is the reason why I'm up here today. Like, the news has become a bit much lately. And honestly, I cannot believe that y'all are letting them exploit your intelligence. All this damn math is not adding up, y'all. It's not adding up. Here where I live, it's supposed to be 1,732 people going through C19. So I did a little research one day, whenever they just kept bringing up numbers, numbers, thousand this, thousand that, thousand this, thousand that. And I was like, something told me to look up exactly how many counties are where I live. And there's exactly 100 counties. Now, for you guys, I'm going to do the math here. Because before, I was just doing the math in my head. But I'm going to do the math here. Do a little bit of... oh, that damn calculator. There it is. Okay, so 1,732 divided by 100 counties. This is my answer. That is the answer that I got. It's backwards. Of course it would be backwards, but y'all see that. 17.32. So that's pretty much 17 people, at least, give or take, per county. Now, mind you, another thing that I need y'all to pay attention to, whenever they say the numbers of cases, wherever it is that you live, this is what I need y'all to do. At least go look up how many counties are in your state or whatever state that they're talking about at that time. Go look and see how many counties they have. If y'all do not realize how many people are on, I ain't even gonna say this planet, I'm gonna say in your local, in your state. Look up the population for your state, please. Do yourself a service. Look up the population in your state. Now, I didn't look up how many people lived in North Carolina. I did not look up the population in North Carolina, but I bet you it is a big ass number. And if 17 people, 16 people, 15 people, 18 people, 20 people, and they also said 25 people passed away daily. At least 25 people passed away daily since this started. If 25 people passed away daily in this state since C19 came, y'all, that is a big ass fucking number. I mean, I'm not good at math, but that most definitely, I'm almost certain it's got to be a big ass number, because this has been going on for how many? I ain't even gonna look up how many weeks. Let me see, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. That's 7 months. It's 30, 60. That's a lot of goddamn people. Y'all, please do the math. I'm not even going to say anymore what I feel about it. I want to say what I feel about it, but if y'all would just do the math. Okay, I'm at 4 minutes. I'm going to try my best to keep this short. I want to talk about a lot of things. Next, the election. Now, in a lot of I've talked about the elections at least twice, and I've talked about Trump once. I had a whole video pretty much about Trump. Okay, like I said, I can't really go into what I really feel like C19 is. Nah, I ain't gonna say what I feel like it is. What I know it is, opposed to what I feel like it is, opposed to what they say it is. Now, recently, of course, POTUS was diagnosed with it, and he came out the hospital in 3 days, and now he's back, at the big house. I want y'all to really think about this. If a if we got a situation going on, okay, let's say stomach. If everybody got the stomach bug, let's just say instead of C19, we got a stomach bug going on, and we all know how contagious a stomach bug is. It don't take a lot to get no stomach bug. Once it starts, is whoever you are, if it's at your house, if it's at the school, it's gonna get you. You're gonna throw up. You're gonna have diarrhea. You're not gonna want to eat anything for at least a week. Can I put them two? They seem kind of close. But anyway, I'm not gonna spiral off tonight and talk about what I want to talk about. But anyway, my brain is funny like that sometimes. But anyway, let's just say he had a stomach bug and he decided to leave direct care of the doctors or whatever and go back home. They're going to at least tell him the precautions he's supposed to take and all that stuff, and that he could still potentially give the stomach bug to his family and whoever else is at his house, and he goes home anyway. Now, of course, you cannot die from a stomach bug. Yes, I know that you can't die. But the C19 is allegedly killing people. Why would they let him go home or wherever the hell he stay at? Why would they let him go knowing that he's got a fucking AR-15 on him? I want y'all to really think about that part. He's just the president. He's just enough. My damn computer will try to die when I'm talking. He's just the right age to be the president. And I plugged it in too with my crazy self and didn't even plug it into the computer. Excuse that noise. But yeah, all he is just the right age, and he's lived here just enough, just long enough. Okay, he's not a doctor. He doesn't have a doctor background. I don't even think he went to college. Did he go to college? Don't matter. Pretty much, they sent him home. After they shot him with some shit, they sent him home with basically an AR-15. Like, I'm just gonna. Is that what I should call this shit? Anyway, no, because there's stuff going on with that. But anyway, yeah, they sent him home basically with a loaded gun. Like, they actually let him go. Have they done that with anyone else? Because they claim every day on the news that the hospitals are full. They're getting people every day. So if he's able to go home and self-quarantine, are other people able to go home and self-quarantine? I'm not hearing that story. I'm hearing about people going in and not coming out. Y'all don't think that's odd? They didn't just let him out because he's the president. He didn't he didn't just say, "Oh, I'm okay now, so I'm just gonna go home." No, we got something else going on, supposedly around here. Why would they just let him go home? Think about that. I'm coming up on my 10th minute. I'm trying to do 5 minutes per thing I want to talk about, but I just want to put that tidbit in your ear. Just think about it. Do the math. Do the math, number one, and then number two, I want you to think about this little situation that just happened. Okay? Now with the voting, as far as that's what I wanted to say about Trump. Now that I got back on that vibe, they said that he wanted to postpone giving funding until after the election, November 3rd, which technically it will probably be November 4th, or maybe even a week after that, because they have to count in the ballots that come in through the mail. I'm a tad bit disappointed about that part, because I know that they know that pretty much everything and everybody is shut down. And that technically the only people that are pretty much getting a paycheck are people that work for themselves, or people in restaurants and people at the hospitals and things like that. Those are the only people that are technically working right now. So I don't really know why he did that, but soon I'm sure I'm gonna get the answer as to why he did it. So I'm gonna keep on the lookout as to why. I'm gonna keep looking for the my clues, my clues. Look in the queue, y'all. It's nothing to be afraid of. No, it's not a cult. Okay, you're a cult when you pretty much live together and all that kind of shit, and do look up the word cult first of all. First of all, that's another thing. Research cults. How can Q be a cult when it's literally people spread out all over the world? Because I've seen some Russian Qs. I've seen some British Q. So don't let other people's words veer you away from the truth, especially if it's something negative. 9 times out of 10, if somebody's saying something negative about something, that should furthermore let you know that you need to go and check it out for yourself. Don't take this. That's just like, okay, if you go into the mall and you pick out an outfit and you buy it or whatever, and you wear it home, or yeah, you wear it at home, and your whole family is like, oh, that outfit's not cute, that's not nice, why did you buy that, why'd you get that color, it's not a good color on you. And it makes you feel like not going out to, go out to a bar or something to show off your shit or whatever. But then you say, fuck that, I'm gonna go out, I done spent the money on it. You get to the bar and everybody's like, cute suit, where you get that? Da, 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 da. It's two sides to everything, y'all. It's two sides. It's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 sides. Pick your own side. Do your own research. Use your own brain. Pick your own side, please. That's why I try my best not to, I guess, I don't want to say facts, but I don't want to sway no one's decision into anything. I try my best to say in all my videos, at least go look it up, go search it. And I'm not being obnoxious, it's just that I don't want you to feel like I'm force feeding you information. I just feel like sometimes, like I said in one of my other videos, I just feel like sometimes there's things that need to be said and some people are not talking about it, and I feel like that's my job. Because hey, I noticed that they're not talking about it, and there's some other things I want to talk about as well. But like I said, I'm gonna try to keep this video short. Now to get to voting for like senators and mayors and all that shit. Look, I ain't never voted for nobody, not a single soul. Not a single solitary soul. Because by the time I turned 18, was I paying the government any attention before 18? A little bit, but not really. I really wasn't paying the government any attention before I turned 18. But once I turned 18 and I started working, and I'm backtrack a little bit more, when I wanted to go to college and didn't get accepted, and then I started working and getting my own place and all that stuff, and paying taxes and bills and all that shit. At the end of the day, I really did realize that, and started having children, of course, that the government allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, and how I feel, this is my opinion, that the government does not honestly give a fuck about people that go to work. That's just my feeling. That's just my opinion from my personal experience from watching my father work and working at a job that he did and for the hours that he did and for as long as he did, that he could not get any type of medical benefits, where he had to basically um, use his lungs to their full capacity, cutting people's grass and all this, that, and the third, just to get an inhaler, because the job that he worked at did not have insurance, so he couldn't get a simple inhaler or checkups or anything like that for his asthma. I always felt like that was really fucked up. Like, he worked at a company, a meat plant. Couldn't afford to get insurance so he can get his asthma checked out, and which probably could have, uh if he was able to have insurance, he probably would have gotten more checkups more recently before, you know what I'm saying, because he did pass away from lung cancer. So, I'm not gonna say that smoking cigarettes didn't, you know what I'm saying, he could have stopped smoking cigarettes, but yet and still, if the man couldn't go to the doctor, how would he, if he feels fine? That's just another thing. Like, if you feel fine, do you really go to the doctor? Just because you got it like that? Like the ones out there that really got it like that. When you feel fine, do you go to the doctor? That's a question that you need to ask yourself. Well, guess what? It's people out there that don't have it like that. And when they don't feel fine, they can't go to the doctor because they cannot afford it. And that's why my father never voted. And that's why I never voted. Seeing him and then see me go through the exact same thing. Wow. And it's amazing that the only thing that quote unquote allegedly saved me was the fact that I had my son when I was working. I did not have any medical insurance, or at least I did have it, but the deductible and all that shit, you couldn't use it till basically the best time to use it was the year after you already started paying for it. So even if something did happen to me, I couldn't afford to go to no doctor. Thank God nothing did. But then, like I said, I got saved when I had my son, because then I was eligible for Medicaid. And that's when I started going to the doctor and getting checked up and all that stuff, got my glasses and all that shit. But it took me to have a child to get help, and I'm working a full-time job. It's just some things just don't make any sense to me. Yeah, when you're working and you have a full-time job or whatever, if people are working and you have records of them working, there's no way to try to help out in emergencies. Like, the government just doesn't seem helpful to me. It doesn't. Unless you're doing something that's technically benefiting them, allegedly, they're not going to help you. Okay? And unless you're wholly poor, all the way poor, and you notice I said I was talking about when I was working, a part of the working class. I don't feel like they care about the working class. They only care about people that are extremely poor or extremely rich. Middle class people that can technically take care of themselves, the government is not checking for it. They're not worried about you. You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get no letters in the mail from the government. All they want you to do is pay your taxes so you can take care of the poor. And I know a lot of people are going to get on me for that, but that's what's happening. It is the truth. If you are working, if you're punching a clock, your taxes are going to take care of the poor, not the government and all their loads of money. Of course not. Can't give that away. The gold and shit, no. Cannot use that to help out anyone. We'll just use their neighbors. We'll use the people that live in the county. Oh, not, well, could it be? Whatever. However they do the taxes. It's working class people that pay for it. Okay? And then all these tax cuts and all that stuff. If you don't understand politics, pay close attention. All you got to do is listen, because they'll tell on themselves, and then they'll tell a truth, and then they'll tell a little lie, and then they'll mask it up, and they'll start talking about someone else. Okay? Tax raises and tax cuts, pay attention to who they saying that they're going to give them to or take them away from. Okay, pay attention to that part. Because if you feel like you don't understand how taxes work, all you gotta do is listen. Just like grown folk talk. How grown folks, whenever you was young, and, sitting at the Thanksgiving table or whatever, you can, listen a little bit, and you'll catch a few things here and there, and you can put it together yourself, and then feel like, that's grown folk talk, really? That's it? That's what y'all talking about? But that's how it is with the government. They do their little grown folk talk whenever they get on these little political stages and start doing their commercials and all that shit. They tell on themselves and they tell on the other person. They tell the truth and they tell a lie. Now, the lie portion of this video. Who the fuck cares if senators and whoever, mayors and all that shit, who cares if they're cheating on their husband or wife? Who the fuck cares? Who cares? Are you doing your job? Are you stealing people's money? Are you money laundering? Are you pretty much robbing Peter to pay Paul? However you want to put that whole statement. That's why I feel like they take people like me and kind of, this is gonna be the weird part of my video, but this is just how I feel allegedly. Not trying to get in no trouble, but I feel like I don't feel like about this part, but allegedly they know our birth times and our birth, what is it? Our natal charts or whatever. They know that shit. They know exactly when we were born. They know who we are. They probably know us better than we know ourselves. That's why I feel like a lot of stumbling blocks have came up in my life, because I feel like I'm just the type of person that will ask, if I get into a seat where I can ask like the president questions, not per se Trump, any of them. I've lived. How old was I when Bush was president? I think I was probably like 17, or I was probably about 17 or 18. But anyway, even if I would have had a chance to talk at one of his press conferences or whatever, nigga, I got some questions for you. And I'm going to ask them too. There ain't going to be no nope. I ain't going to ask that question. I don't care if you don't answer it. I'm going to ask it anyway. And I'm going to ask another one too. But anyway, I feel like they know certain type of people that have that rebellious streak in them, and that seeking the truth and all that stuff. You don't see a lot of truthers out there, and it's for a reason, y'all. Ain't nobody asking no hard, tough questions. Everybody's asking the same silly ass questions. Well, what are you gonna do about this? And what are you gonna do about what you think? What you think they're gonna do? And even if you ask them that, 9 times out of 10, every time people ask, well, what are you gonna do about this? And what are you gonna do about that? They say one thing, and then just as soon as they get in that seat, they don't do the shit about it. And y'all keep falling for this shit every single time. Nobody is holding up to their promises. No one. That's why I said in my other video, I don't know if it's, well, people have already started voting. I don't get why. How can you be lied to over and over and over again and still go and do this job to give people a job when you don't have a job? They say most of us don't have jobs, but we're giving someone a job. Electing a president and vice president, fucking damn senators, mayors, judges, and all that shit. We're voting for them to get a job. Because right now they're probably not doing a damn thing. The ones that don't have a seat. Like the lady that Trump is, that wants to be in the Supreme Court. Has anyone said what her job is now? What does she do now? She work at Dunkin' Donuts? Is she a teacher? Principal? What does she do? I'm just going to say, since I don't know, she don't do shit. She don't got an income. She ain't got no job. So y'all gonna wait and hold off on shit so we can get her a job, while millions of people do not have jobs right now. Yeah, I'm gonna vote. I'm gonna vote you to get the fuck up out of my face. Okay? I'm not voting for nobody. And I feel like Nobody should. Even though people have started, nobody should be out here voting for nobody. Because no one has given us anything that they said that they were going to do. Everything, all of the agendas allegedly are their own agendas. It's stuff that they wanted to do, that they wanted to get done. What the hell has happened for anyone? Just think about that. How has a law affected you? I cannot think of one that has affected me and my family. Not one. And then to wrap it back around, where I live, the candidate supposedly is texting or sexting or and allegedly some. But who the fuck cares, bro? Who cares? You still have this state on lockdown for some of the dumbest fucking reasons. They always say something about battleground states, and what the fuck does that got to do with people? If it's a battleground state, when did that battle happen? Years ago. Let it go and leave it alone. We can change. Things can change. We can change up the scene, start doing what we want to do here. And that's really why I want to move. I keep telling people that all the time. Like, I don't want to live in this state anymore. I don't know where I'm going to go, but I don't want to live in this state anymore. Like, I've had enough of it. Like, this is BS. I don't got time for it. But yeah, I said all of this little ranting to say, guys, just use your brains. Even if you don't want to research anything, if you don't have the ability to research anything, guess what you do? Sit down and think. Just like I did that simple, just pulled out my calculator. Like, how many people you said died? How many cases did you say there were? Since when? And how many people have died since then? Impossible. That's impossible. Stop falling for this shit, y'all. Stop allegedly falling for this shit, y'all. Cut it out. Y'all smarter than this. If you can work a computer, if you can work laptop, if you can work your fingers in the spelling out YouTube, if you can work you can do this. Y'all can do this. Stop letting it be so difficult. It's very easy to start free thinking for yourself. Very easy. Even though I do watch the news, I don't follow it. I know a lot of it is lies, allegedly. A lot of it's lies because it doesn't make sense. Like anything that doesn't make sense, it just has to be a fucking lie. Like straight up and down. Like what you mean? I don't understand y'all. I was not good at math at all. And I caught on to this shit quick. At first, it was something small. I gave myself a test that had nothing to do with numbers. I said, whenever I leave out of this house, the next time I leave out, I'm going to go by my local funeral home. Do it. Do it. I dare you. Since everyone loves a challenge, this is my challenge. Funeral stalking challenge. October, spooky month, scary month, boogity boogity boo. Take your ass by your local funeral home. All the states, New York, Washington, California, Alabama, Alaska, Georgia, Florida, all y'all, everybody, all the 50 states. Go to your local funeral home and any time of the day, anytime of the day, and tell me how many. Do this. You ain't even got to do it for a week. I give you 3 days. Do it for 3 days. Go by your local funeral home, and if you got it like that, if you don't have children and you got time to just drive around, go to 3 different funeral homes. Go to 3 different funeral homes, and then report back to me. Comment back to me and let me know what you saw, because I know what I saw. I'm gonna tell y'all what I saw. I didn't see shit. I've been doing this experiment since since C19 started. I know ain't shit happening. Shit, nothing's happening. Allegedly, nothing's happening. Okay, allegedly, nothing is happening. Allegedly. And it makes so much sense when I say it out loud. Allegedly, nothing's going on. Allegedly. My friend, do not obey, stay woke. She told me, drop the allegedly word. I'm dropping it. Allegedly ain't shit going on but the rant. Ain't shit going on but the rant, bruh. Ain't shit going on but the rant. Let's do. I'm done. I'm done with this. I'm done with it. Allegedly, I'm done with this. Going crazy.